once again, the lightning around Luffy and stuff like this. We ain't never seen this man ooze so much power like this before.
Oh yeah, he's dripping.
I'm giving you that.
He was dripping. I'm telling you, oozing power.
He's laughing with excitement from all the power he's feeling right now. At least that's how I view it. Yo, what's going on, everybody, and welcome to the Gurren Otaku Council podcast. As always, I'm your host, Ace, and today I got some special guests with me. I got my boys from the Blerd Mob, Antoine and Ryun, and today we're going to be doing a Gear 5 discussion from the first episode, the Gear 5 episode that came out. But of course, before we get into all that, if you'd like to join me and my friend McMillion, who's unfortunately not here today, as we discuss all things anime, sometimes manga, then please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, as well as follow us on our social media so you can stay up to date on all things about the council. With that being said, the council is now in session. Let the meeting begin. All right. How y'all boys doing today?
Doing pretty good.
That's a nice intro, counseling session and shit.
You say this shit every time.
And it's been a minute. It's still fresh.
It is. He's like the council
You
session.
you say this shit every time.
Me and Antoine's background's completely different. Like, this is new. Like, we new people.
Yeah. Okay.
Like
yeah. But so for those who don't know, if you already haven't noticed, no, One Piece is my favorite show, and it's about time I finally get to talk about One Piece on the goddamn podcast. So you know what? Let's get into it. But so first of all, before we get deep into the Gear 5 discussion, I definitely want to know you guys' just general opinions on Wano as a whole right now, because I haven't heard you guys' thought on it at all. So whoever wants to go first, it doesn't matter.
I guess I'll start. So for me, I caught up with One Piece a couple months ago. So it was pretty much right when they were getting into the Wano arc. So I had to start that week by week watching, and I hate doing that. I hate doing that so much. I'm more of a binge watcher. Yeah. But I couldn't stop watching. Watching. So, and I feel like it's been going on for so long, and I'm like, man, y'all, it's like I appreciate it in certain aspects of taking your time. This is something that we don't see a lot, so I appreciate it in some aspects, but at the same time I was like, I'm ready to get into it. I'm tired of seeing them folks fight on the main dance hall. I'm ready to get into it. I'm ready to see some action.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that.
Hey, I am going to regurgitate Antoine's sentiment, but I'm going to be mean about it. I started One Piece October 2022. I binged it all the way till episode 1061, and I got there in like March 2023 or April, May, somewhere. And I'm going to be real. The pacing of all of One Piece, it sucked, but I didn't feel it. I was binging it. I was doing 20 episodes a day. I ain't feel it. But now I'm feeling it. And I'm just upset that we've been in this country for 188 episodes according to Crunchyroll, and I want to read the manga now.
I tried to tell you to slow down.
You're right, but I can't stop now.
Yeah.
I feel you. Yeah. So I'm going to get into the pacing discussion a little bit later, but besides the pacing, in general, how did you feel about the art?
I enjoy it. Y'all spoiled everything. One Piece. Everything been spoiled to me. But I would be lying if I said this isn't one of the best arcs. I have to wait till the end of it to determine if it's my favorite. Okay. But it's top 5. Marineford and Water 7 and even Dressrosa still up there for me in like top.
Hey, listen, it's hard to beat Marineford.
It's real hard to beat that. I'm telling you.
They gotta kill somebody out for me to like this more than Marineford. I don't know. Yeah. Y'all, look, Luffy need a new scar or something. I don't know.
No. It's hard to beat Marineford. I definitely agree with you. I will put it in the top 5. Now, as far as top 3 discussion, it's definitely going to depend on how we end off with this Kaido fight. I don't know how many more episodes of Gear 5 we have left. I know we got at least one more episode left, which is the one that's going to come out this Saturday. But after that, I don't know if we're going to get another one. But depending on how this ends will determine for me whether we're going to be in top 3 or not. And especially because of how the Big Mom fight ended. I don't think she's dead, but it's cool. Don't get me wrong, but I just feel like she could have done way more, and that could be because maybe he's just holding off on that because we're gonna get a bigger fight with Big Mom later on or something like that. But still, I just feel like she could have done more. And but the prequel half of Wano, I think it was nice. It was good. Of course, everybody learning all about Wano. Zora obtaining Emma, then learning how to master him and shit like that. Luffy learning about the the new hockey, not hockey ability. I guess love, if you will, hockey. I guess you could say new hockey ability.
What's the name of that new hockey ability?
I forget what they
call it. Rio, but it's basically just an advanced hockey armament, though.
Yeah, basically.
So hold on, was it advanced hockey? Was it advanced armament, or was it advanced conquerors? I thought it was like
advanced armament. It's advanced armament. Yes.
Okay.
So with the advanced conqueror shit, now I could be wrong, but I think the advanced conqueror shit comes into play when he starts covering his whole body in that shit. When he coats his whole body in the shit, and that's when you get the clashes where they don't touch each other.
Yeah, because it seemed like basically when you do the same thing with your conqueror's hockey, you get the same result, just better. Essentially, Is that how I understood it?
Yeah.
That's why he wasn't okay.
Yeah, but So I mean, the Wano arc was good, and then as well as the animation has been clean all throughout the Wano arc. I mean, from beginning to end. So
I will say I did notice they kind of switched it up a bit once they got to the Wano arc. It was more like sketchy, like it was, and I appreciated that. I was like, I appreciate the advancement in the artwork.
So did you immediately like it? Because I was thrown off at first. Like when I first got to Wayne, I was like, the water looked kind of funny. I was like, I see what y'all going for, but
I give you that. It was a little different, but I think
that's when they did the cartoon style. But when they actually went full close and animated the water, that shit looked nice as fuck, though.
Yeah.
It looked nice. You know what it gave me vibes of? It was like Oda said, I want to tell Tite Kubo and Kishimoto that I love him, and that's kind of what the vibe it gave me. Like he really went 100% into that Ninja Samurai theme with the design.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad at it. It just threw me off.
It was different.
Like you just got adjusted to the new post time skip art. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At least I did.
It was different, but I definitely have to agree with you, Ace. The beginning of the Wano arc, it really had my attention. Like when they first started out, when they was learning about all this new stuff, then they started to slowly slow down, and it was so slow. I was like, "Come on, y'all!"
They started to slowly slow down, but through that slow build up, we finally had our reason to fight Kaido. Because at first, other than we gotta fight this motherfucker because he's a Yonko, so we know we're gonna have to fight him sooner or later. We got our other reason to finally fight him. This man is out here terrorizing a whole country.
He was.
They had some highs though. We can't forget that when they did the little past with Roger and Whitebeard, and they went into Odin's story.
Yes, one of the best flashbacks in the series.
That was a good flashback. I enjoyed that. Whitebeard, one of my faves.
Yeah, I think I was waiting on some of that. I think I was waiting on some more detail or information about kind of Roger's past. So I did enjoy that too.
Yes, that was dope. That was dope. But yeah, so I mean, like I said, Wano, I've been enjoying it. Like I said, for top 3, we definitely gonna have to see how it ends out before we start talking about top 3 discussion. But I think it definitely has creeped up into that top 5 though, easily.
It's up there.
Easily.
It's up there.
But so you know what? Let's get into it though. So Gear 5 is finally here. We done went through all of them. So I guess, and you brought this up, Ryan, but I guess before we fully go to, deep in discussion about the Gear 5 fully, how do we want to compare them to the other Gear forms? So, honestly, I mean, as far as stylistic wise, I think they could have done more with his hockey, because I miss from the Gear 4 where you see where he coats his body and all the hockey and shit. I miss that. I don't know if he does that later on and maybe in part in the fights or something like that. But as of right now, we don't get that in the design, and I don't like that.
See, I like stuff when it looks edgy and dark, and I'm gonna be honest. Gear 4, when that was revealed, put shivers down my back. Snake Man made my mouth drop. Gear 5 made me go, it's cool. So I'm gonna be real. It don't really top Gear 4 for me. Gear 4 when he knocked out Daffy right after. I'm gonna be honest. I'm picking Gear 4, especially Snake Man over Gear 5, just personally.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, yeah, it looks cool. Now, don't get me wrong. No, the lightning is dope as fuck. Now, the lightning, floating around Luffy and shit. That shit's fire as hell. Now, don't get me wrong.
It's cool.
That shit's dope as fuck. But besides the lightning, as far as just regular character design, I do miss the full hockey covering his body and stuff like that.
So I'll say that Snake Man is definitely top for me. Ain't nobody beating that. I will say that I think the design for it kind of fits what they're going for. That kind of like that goofy, that JoyBoy type of theme that they're going for. I guess I'll say that it does fit that. So it's different, but it's fitting. It's fitting. But still, he's not gonna top that Snake Man. It's nothing now.
See, I'm gonna say this. It was unexpected though, because I felt like Snake Man was serious. Bounce Man was kind of funny, but it went from like we got kind of serious. Gear 2 was on the verge of like I'm fighting for my life right now. Gear 5 was like he foolish now. He just straight up foolish.
I
now.
mean,
he don't care.
Yes, but at the same time though, like. We once again the lightning around Luffy and stuff like this. We ain't never seen this man ooze so much power like this before.
Oh yeah, he's dripping.
I'm giving you that.
He was dripping. I'm telling you, oozing power.
He's laughing with excitement from all the power he's feeling right now. At least that's how I view it.
The man split the sky open. And he had yellow lightning and Conqueror's hockey lightning. I don't even know where the yellow lightning came from. I don't know if that's something extra, to be honest.
It was kind of giving me a DBZ feel in one time when he first stood up and he kind of did that like power up, and I was like, oh, it's on.
Yes,
it's on. It's on.
It's cold.
It's laughable.
It's scary.
and then during that moment when the five elders, we're gonna get into this now as well. When the five elders was giving their whole the full breakdown of. The reveal of what the real devil fruit is and everything, you can't tell me that shit wasn't cold as hell. That whole sequence.
I'm gonna be honest. That whole first 5 minutes with
minus them replaying that sequence again 2 times, but the first time though, you can't tell me all the way through. You can't tell me that shit wasn't cold as fuck.
It was fire. It was fire. Don't get me wrong. It was fire. It was fire.
He had them scared. They was scared.
They over here sacrificing assassins over this man, and Buddy just had to eat that when Kaido off. He ate
it. He ate it.
They ain't show this man dead body or nothing. They just showed the hole this man left. Like, damn, you really fucked that man up like that, huh?
Yeah.
I tried.
He knew what was coming. All right, it is what it is.
He just accepted his fate. It's great. But anyway, back to the awakening. So JoyBoy, he's here, and it turns out he doesn't have a paramecia as we always thought. He has a Zoan fruit, a mythical Zoan fruit at that. Sun God Nika, and then now a lot of people like to say that this wasn't a lot of this wasn't built up, and I do beg to differ. JoyBoy would have been building it up throughout damn near the entire series, but specifically about the Sun God stuff, his the guy who taught him the advanced hockey, he even mentioned it like probably right when the roof fight started. I remember the exact scene when he did the Gear 4, he knocked out the giant. And he said he reminds me of the Sun God. He literally mentioned those exact words. Like, I don't know what other foreshadowing what other foreshadowing you want than that. And then a few fights before that, we get a flashback with King and Kaido, and how King is mentioning how he thinks Kaido's JoyBoy.
I'll say even before then. Now make sure I'm not pulling nothing out my ass. Didn't they mention it when all of the Straw Hats was split after Archipelago arc, and Robin was walking around with all those orphans who were being used as slaves? Didn't they mention Sun God Nika? And didn't old Buddy, who helped him get to the Sky Island, who said he had ancestors with the book, didn't they mention Nika?
I feel like they did.
Or am I tripping?
I don't know
if they mentioned Nika back in the Sky Island or not. You reaching a little far back from me there.
Because I felt like Sun God Nika way before Wano, that term was used.
I'm pretty sure we probably heard of it before Wano. I just can't remember. I'll have to do my fact check, but we probably heard it before then.
Mm-hmm. And it's been so long for me that I had to go fact check some stuff. I was like, I've been watching this for a while now. It's like,
yes.
When was the first time? I had to go do some of my research again. I was like, when was the first time they started mentioning some of this JoyBoy stuff? And
we got JoyBoy stuff back in Fishman Island.
Yeah, we got that.
And then we even got other bits and pieces of it throughout the stuff. I believe we got more of it in the Zoe arc as well, about JoyBoy and stuff like that. But no, we've been getting JoyBoy stuff, through.
But they haven't really harped on it like really hard, so I kind of just kept it in the back of my mind. So now that we're at the point where it's really being revealed, I'm like, okay, let me go do my research. Let me go figure out. Let me go remind myself of what the conversations were back in the earlier arcs.
And then so now, and then even another thing, like back to I guess with more of building up to it, Momonosuke's mother, her whole prophecy, that's been fulfilled. She said in 20 years a certain man will come and liberate this island, and now come to find out JoyBoy is quote unquote the warrior of liberation.
So it makes me wonder, because they tied it back to Roger and Odin discovering Laugh Tale, and I'm assuming that's where they learned everything they needed to know about JoyBoy. They came back and they spoke with Shanks and Buggy. Shanks and Buggy was informed of their trip. Their captain said they last goodbye. When Shanks got the Gomu Gomu fruit, did he have an idea of what was going on with it? Because he stole it from the government.
I don't know, because that's been one of my theories as well. Like, Shanks had to know something, because like you said, he stole it from the government, so he had to know something about this fruit. I think a lot of people theories is that it ain't been confirmed yet, but that Rogers had a devil fruit and that it was the gum fruit, but of course that ain't never been confirmed in no type of capacity at all. But no, that's just a lot of people theories out there. But definitely I have been thinking about that as well. I mean, he has to know what other reason, he has to have some type of reason to want to steal this fruit from the government other than it's just powerful. Right. Why is it so powerful?
Yeah, I think Shanks is a little smarter than that.
Yeah, because even if Oda, was figuring it all out as he went when writing the story, like at the end of the day, this is a 20-year-old manga. But like Shanks had the fruit, was upset that Luffy ate it, specifically stole it from the government. Yeah, a few folks steal fruits from the government, but he specifically took that one. You know what I mean? Yeah. And he was aware.
So it's like you gotta know something about it. And then he's also a Yonko. He's been around the Grand Line, so I'm pretty sure he's read a poneglyph or two by now. So I'm pretty sure he's familiar, or at least heard mentions of JoyBoy here and there. If King heard of JoyBoy, goddamn Shanks heard of JoyBoy. You know what I mean? So
you know what the business is.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Shanks is always motivating Luffy. Once you become a great pirate, come see me. Was it because he knew the Gomu Gomu fruit had something hidden about it? You know what I mean? Like, it makes me wonder.
Maybe it was intention for Shanks to eat the Gum fruit, but then Luffy did what he did, and he was like, "Well, the deed's done now."
I can see that. I can see him eating it. I can see that as being his plan to eat it,
or figure out who on the crew he wanted to eat it because he didn't want to forget how to swim.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have aspirations to be the Pirate King, why would you let somebody in your crew eat it?
You still they king. You still they captain.
I guess, but it's considered the most powerful power in the world. So, once again, why would you just give that to a crewmate when you could take that? When you could take the most powerful in the world for yourself?
If the most powerfulest person is trying to protect me and fight for me, I mean, I ain't mad. Blackbeard thought the darkness fruit, or whatever his fruit is called, was the most powerfulest because of its ability. So
I mean, hell, it is pretty damn powerful. He can touch Logia types without needing hockey, and he can steal damn devil fruits.
And that ain't fully been explained yet. I'm
ready for that.
Imagine when he does learn hockey.
Yeah.
Exactly. Shoot, I'm ready for the Rocks Pirates to come out because they hinted at that during the flashbacks.
I really hope we get a like if they do they should do a movie of like we're getting off topic a little bit, but they should do a movie of like the Rocks fight that Garp and Roger had against him. That would be beautiful.
Mm-hmm. I want to see how it ties into everything. Like, I want to see how the information spread. I want to see how Shanks was informed. How did he play a part? I just want to see how it all connects.
But yeah, but then
they only gave us a little bit.
Then now that you mentioned leading back to more Shanks knowing stuff, he even then, you know, right before all the big Wano stuff going down, you know, he had that meeting with the 5 elders. So he's intertwined in some stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
Shanks knows something.
He know.
And you know what? I've seen a theory. I'm gonna ask y'all, and host Alex, stop me if I'm going off rails.
Okay, what's up?
I saw the theory that Shanks might be a give me the name for the folks who stand up in the clouds and got the not stand in the clouds, the folks who wear the fish bowls around their head. I keep forgetting what they call
Celestial Dragon.
Yeah.
I saw a theory that Shanks is a celestial dragon and he's on some Doflamingo stuff where he still got influence over the world government. And if that's true, I can see how he knows about the Gomu Gomu fruit if he's from a very influential family in the celestial dragons. Especially since
I was just about to say, would they let a celestial dragon run around and be empowered though? Yes, they would. They can technically do whatever the fuck they want to do.
Yeah.
They let Doflamingo get away with it. Even though he was rejected, he still had the influence of the government and was protected.
Yeah.
And I guess you can, you know, look at it in two ways. That's how besides his overwhelming strength, you know, his influence. He used his influence to start the Marine Forward War arc. You can look at it that way as well.
Yeah. And how you walk in a room with the 5 elders? Oh, because of who you are. What, a Yonko? Like, yeah, y'all was doing business with Kaido, but y'all ain't meet that man face forward. Y'all had
that's a good one. I haven't. It is a little different. I haven't heard of that one.
He is on a little different level than everybody else. I'm ready to hear his story. I'm ready.
That's a real good one.
Mm-hmm.
Like potentially the strongest people in the One Piece world, we hypothesizing power levels and all of that.
I can see it, but the question is, would that make me mad though? Because I feel like if he was a celestial dragon, couldn't he be duped? I don't know. I feel like there's more he could be doing. I don't know.
It depends. It depends on his reasoning. Was he like Doflamingo and his family left? Did he run away? Did he just love humans and he wanted to be here? Because if that's the case, it explains how he know about the Gomu Gomu fruit and explain why.
I mean, well, not necessarily, because if he left at an early age or something, how would he, you know, learn that information?
Maybe he visited back. I mean, because
I don't know, but regardless, it's a nice theory though.
Because we saw him as a teenager with Roger as a student, and we saw him grown, and we saw him as a young man with Luffy, and he already had his crew by then. We don't know the in-betweens. Alex thinking, Ace thinking. He said, "Huh?"
Yeah, no, that's wild. No, that's crazy. No, I haven't thought about that one. Now I got it. Now you just got me thinking about all the past stuff that Shanks done did and stuff before. But I don't. That's a good one. He could be.
Doflamingo proved that it's possible.
And like I said, we definitely know he knows something, some type of secret well enough. Like you said, they have meetings with the 5 elders and stuff like that. And then you also have probably got to have some type of secrets on them, because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't, if the government did have see, that's another thing. So the 5 elders mentioned they've been chasing the fruit for 800 years. But did they have it at one point? Like, because they did, like you said, they did mention that Shanks did go and steal it from them. So like,
I was going to ask that. So they said he's been eluding them for 800 years. So when did he steal it from them? Or maybe they had it for just. And like then on top of
that, that doesn't account for the 100 void century. Like now we always knew about the 100-year void century, but now you're talking about 800 years. Like, wait a minute, okay, now what the hell is really going on here?
Well, and that leads into the other theories, because we still don't know the origins of devil fruit. If Zoan fruits have their own mind, we already said they got their own. Like, they already alluded to the fact that they got their own thought processes. Nika is a whole god. It's the mythical Zoan type. Did God suddenly become devil
fruits or something, or God? Yeah, we don't know that whole
in the
story
time
yet
forgotten. Were they demons? Like, what was going on before then? You know what I'm saying? We don't know none of that. Did they defeat Nika? Nika became a fruit, and then let's keep him so we can.
Yeah, I was about to say, obviously something had to happen to Nika, because the motherfucker was dead, or he died of old age, maybe. But who knows? He could have died. No, maybe that was the case. Maybe he did die of old age, and speaking on top of that, because we don't know if, like, like you mentioned, devil fruits, if they house like spirits of people, or if you just take on the embodiment of this type of spirit or something like that. So we don't really know. And then I guess technically Luffy's a god now. What I mean,
I'm starting to think they just house the spirits.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. And then only because it's recent in my mind, when we was in Impel Down, and those animal creatures were fighting in the prison, they said that those are Zoan types, and they reached their awakening, and they kind of lost their human characteristics, their human thought, and all that other stuff. So that would kind of allude to the fact that at least Zoan type fruits are holding spirits, or they could be holding gods, demons, or whatever, on some Zanpakuto stuff from Bleach.
I
don't know. Yeah, it's Oda still got
he got some explaining to do.
One Piece ain't in it for another 300 to 500.
Even as long as we've been going for, Oda, he got some explaining to do, and it's crazy. And that's part of the reason why I love it, One Piece, because I love, one of the best things I love when I can do for when I watch a show is theory crafting, and I can theory craft all day about One Piece.
Mm-hmm. Or even where the rest of the poneglyphs at? We only seen 2 red poneglyphs. Do Shanks got 1? Or
we got into that. We got into this because let's talk about the poneglyphs a little bit later if we have some time before. But back to Sun God Nika, and I guess now I want to start talking about more of Gear 5 in itself. So Gear 5 Awakening. Apparently, our boy, he's a god now. And the sun god is that. So does that account for him being able to use flame techniques now? And do you think we're gonna see more flame techniques in this next episode?
That's a good one.
So correct me. Were the flame techniques actually? I thought the flames came because he punched really fast. Like when you go in a Mach 1.
I mean, but like technically they was still, I guess, a byproduct of his devil fruit, though.
I kind of assumed the same thing that Ryan was saying. Like he just I don't know. He just twisting his arm and punching that hard that he created flames. I didn't think of it as him actually like I can create fire, but.
Now we got new information available to us.
I thought it was, here's the thing, I thought it was like friction and the speed, because didn't he also like twist his arms in that ability that he created? Like,
and I feel like it also.
But like he does that a lot. But I mean, you also got to think about it. So like, Gear 5 is his awakening. The awakening part of it is just him really being able. Well, of course, they mentioned how he gets a stronger body, but of course, the more awakening part of it is him affecting the world itself and making it rubber-like and things of that nature. We're definitely going to get to that. But with him being a Zoan mythical devil fruit now, and technically him being the sun god, is not a far-fetched to say you can use those sun powers without using your awakening powers.
I will give you that. Before I can say that, before I get into that, I thought in the beginning that the flame was kind of just for the plot because Ace died, and they was like, let's give him something to, for Ace.
I mean,
but
if he always had this ability in him, and his brother was a fireman, now that that sparked some shit in him. Now it unlocked his fire abilities. I mean, I don't know. Once again, these are just theories and stuff, but.
I thought the ability was just a love letter to Ace, and he was able to because it's like when you look at Luffy's abilities, they go for different things. Like when he used Elephant Gun, for example, when he uses Gear 3 to blow himself up, he's doing that for strength. While Gear 2 is speed, and that's when he most commonly used Eagle Strike, whatever he called the punch that shows the fire from
Jet
Ace.
Pistol. Well, Red Hawk, the fire one.
Red Hawk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought Red Hawk, it's because he was going for speed and just really trying to execute the attack, and then utilized Haki to make up for the lack of strength.
And I think that was one of his, like,
yes,
his
I'm saying yes.
attacks,
That's at first, and of course, that's how I thought as well. Once you, like you said, it was a homage to Ace as well, because when the first time he uses it, he thinks about Ace. He was like, Ace got. Well, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he said, said some shit. Ace got me or whatever, some shit along those lines like that. And but once again, we have new information available to us now.
Yeah, I give you that. He's the sun god, all that. So it possibly,
if
I don't
he had
know.
more abilities, if he had more abilities that utilized it, then I would agree with you. Like if one of his kicks had it or something of that nature, like if he used fire at least one other time with something else, I would agree.
Well, he used the red rock that one other time.
Which one was Red Rock?
At the very beginning of the Kaido versus Big Mom fight, when he comes through the gates. The whole sequence, he tells Law to move everybody downstairs. This is right after Kimono and group got whooped by Kaido. Luffy and gang shows up. They do that. They go through their whole speech or whatever, and he hits his ass with the red rock.
I don't know, like because Kaido is a mythical Zoan, he can control the clouds while also using his blast breath and still having a man beast form. So he has paramecia / Logia-esque abilities. But I don't know. If he uses it, I won't be mad at it. I won't think he just throwing something out there if he uses it. I'll say that.
I wouldn't be mad at it either. If they found some way to actually tie that into him being the sun god and all, I can see that. I didn't think about that before, but maybe.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people been thinking and saying that they feel like Gear 5 is Toon Force. Do you guys share those same sentiments?
What do they mean by Toon Force? They talking about like
so I guess by Toon Force they mean how basically they was depicting everything Luffy was doing at that moment. They was playing all those funny faces and stuff like that. So I guess they're saying his devil fruit powers actually affect the world and make it Toon like, which I can't necessarily confirm with a concrete example. Not necessarily a concrete example. Just let me say this: I do think we're gonna get like more cartoonish stuff as far as him affecting the world and manipulating the earth and stuff like that. Because we saw from the previews he's doing some wild shit. I don't think he's gonna. Well, I hope he's not gonna be as like jolly and like as happy and like all laughing and all silly and stuff like that throughout the entirety. I don't think he's gonna be. I think he's gonna get more serious. Of course, he's still gonna make crazy facial expressions and stuff like that. But I do think we will see a more serious Luffy, and I don't necessarily think his devil fruit powers is applying like the cartoon effect to the world. I just think they did that for stylistic purposes.
I don't know, because I thought the big focus was on Rubber, but obviously we got to learn more that he's a mythical Zoan, because if you look at Doflamingo, when he showed his awakening, he turned everything to, his string and yarn, and it was shooting up, which is why I thought it was weird that Luffy is now a mythical Zoan, because his mythical Zoan ability honestly functioned like an awakened paramecia type. But were Law and Kid's abilities technically their awakening abilities, or were they just talking smack? Because if that's the case, and the awakening abilities can be in that many various forms, it's not just I impact the world.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because I'm going to assume that second form that Kaido showed in his man beast form, that was his awakening. I'm not sure. So like you mentioned, so I'm sure like that for a Zoan type, another, even for example, he's a mythical beast this time, and not necessarily a mythical human, but he's a mythical beast. And his awakening is, I guess, makes him more of a dragon. He grew facial hair and stuff like that, and he got bigger and stuff.
But then that's another thing. Every Zoan type has their full transformation form, where their full beast form, quote unquote, if I'm quoting it right, and then it's the half and half, the man beast form. Everybody, even the ancient Zoan types, and then Kaido's a mythical Zoan.
But those were for beasts though. Luffy's not a beast.
I'm okay. He's a god, but then if you even look at old dude Marco with his.
But
Phoenix,
he's a beast god. He's a mythical beast.
It's still a Zoan though. You know what I mean? Like
I feel you, but yeah.
Cause even Chopper got the human what's funny, Chopper's close to Luffy now because Chopper got a human fruit. It's just
I know I get what you're saying, but he doesn't turn full human though. But yeah, he does have the little human form. I mean, I'm picking up what you're putting down, but I just think the main difference is, one is a beast compared to when he's I guess they classified him as a Zoan, but he's not a beast, he's a human. No, they said no, he's a human model or whatever.
So even then, is he in his, let's take the beast form out. Is he in his full god mode? If
that's
so,
what I'm assuming.
Does he have a half god, half human max mode? Because the half and half is their final form. That's Kaido's final form. It's when they split it in half.
I don't know. I don't know if there's more, like you said, more forms or whatever to Gear 5. I wouldn't put it past it because technically, there's 2 forms of Gear 4, and if there's not like another version of Gear 5, I definitely don't put past Oda to make like another version of Gear 5 in the future, because why the fuck not?
Yeah.
So you guys think he's gonna be able to go back to his base form and just be able to switch back between that, just like the regular
whenever
forms?
he won't, I believe so. Yeah, I don't. Well, it depends, because he did the first time. I guess it would depends on if he knows the feeling, I guess, to get into that mode again. Because when he did it, it just happened by chance this time.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess we'll have to see. After this fight, does he automatically remember that instinct or whatever to go into Gear 5 again, or is it something he's gonna have to try and remember and feel, and it's gonna take him a while to activate again?
Right.
Yeah.
Unlocking that, and this is from me watching other animes. This is Dragon Ball Z. I'll say that. Unlocking that kind of just feels like this is my new base form. I'm in my God mode. I ain't going back. And I get that that's probably not how it's gonna happen, but that's kind of just what I felt from that. Like,
yeah,
this is him now.
I mean, well, it depends because of course we're not gonna be depending on how this fight ends, presumably our boy Luffy, he's gonna be a Yonko after this. Then we're gonna be Yonko level. It's not gonna be too many people in the verse now at this point. We done made it to the top of the food chain that can fuck with him. So it's not gonna be really too many instances he's gonna technically have to go Gear 5.
Well, we gotta think about this. We don't know the drawbacks yet either.
And it may not be no drawbacks though.
Well, here's the thing. I felt like, if I remember
because once again, in this Gear 5 mode, he's not using that full blast of Haki like he is in Gear 4.
But here's the thing. If you look at anybody like Kaido, there's a reason that Kaido ain't in his full half and half man beast form. There's probably some level of fatigue. There's a reason that Doflamingo ain't always in his awakened form with the ability to turn everything to yarn regardless of
course,
the
I'm
fight.
pretty sure it takes, they can't constantly use it forever.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, is there going to be like a time limit? Like, even with Super Saiyan 2 had drawbacks because he was too bulky. Super Saiyan 3 shook the earth and he got tired. Even with Ultra Instinct, he couldn't figure out how to get back to it. If Gear 5 is going to be something similar to that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What I mean? I don't know if Oda's gonna go that route. Like, if this is gonna be something he's gonna have to figure out how to do it again, or now that he's undid it, can he activate it again? But that's what I was saying. I don't know when's the next time we're gonna see Gear 5, because once again, presumably after we beat Kaido, we're gonna be a Yonko.
Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. I think it's gonna be sooner than you think. Rob Lucci gonna finna catch that round too. Because the 5 elders ain't even sent their best CP0 person yet. Zoro's on the level to fight him now.
Well, it depends. I know, because I know they're already done. They've moved on from Wano, where they're at in the manga right now. I'm not sure exactly where the hell they're at, but I know they left Wano now.
I kind of know where they're at. I'm just not going to talk.
Yeah, I'm not either. But I've been seeing all type of spoilers.
Yeah, no, I've been trying to vote on. I've been trying to vote on the best I can as well. But that's how I know. Like I said, I know they fully left Wano now, so they left it. But that's what I'm saying. So I don't know when's the next time we're really gonna see Gear 5 again. It's gonna, Like, who are we gonna throw at Luffy strong enough to besides admirals? Are we about to fight an admiral this soon now?
Well, that's what I'm saying. Here's the thing: we still got Blackbeard and his crew.
I don't think we're gonna fight Blackbeard until the war happens.
You mean like the final bad battle?
The final war that Doflamingo's been alluded to and everything and stuff like that.
Well, here's the thing. Depending on who's involved in it or which fights come first, we got Blackbeard and his crew. Luffy might end up fighting Shanks. Is Shanks a villain? That's another theory.
He might end up fighting Shanks because we don't know how we reach.
Ooh, now he lagging.
Figured it out one way or another, I guess, huh?
That's what I'm saying. We got Shanks, we got the 3 admirals, and then we still got Akainu as the head admiral, whatever his full title is. We still got the 5 elders. We still don't even know who.
I wouldn't put it past them niggas being able to box either.
We don't know who Vegapunk is for real yet. If we talking about anything, Vegapunk is the biggest person who's been alluded to since the beginning of the franchise of the series. We don't know what he got going on.
Vegapunk has been doing a lot of shit.
That's what I'm saying.
They got some more stuff up their sleeve, basically. Is what we get.
He still got to actually go to Laugh Tale. Where he gonna get the other 2 red poneglyphs?
We got another 1,000
once again,
episodes.
we got
exactly.
we got the one from Big Mom. We got the one from Big Mom. We got the one from Zoe, and if I'm not mistaken, Kaido has another one. So we're only missing one.
So, and we can assume with confidence that Shanks got it.
More than likely, or he knows what the fuck is it.
Yeah.
That's a few fights right there.
Just don't know. I mean, we haven't heard nothing about the the 4th one until now. So why the hell not think that Shanks got that motherfucker tied up somewhere?
Exactly.
You got to go through me if you want that one, big dog.
And then we haven't even heard about like Shanks's like territory, or if he even like owns like some quote unquote like territory like that.
They've
for
been real
either.
secretive
like,
about
we
that,
hardly know anything about Shanks.
Real secretive.
Shanks live up there with the other astral dragons, celestial dragons. I'm calling it. That man don't live nowhere. He is a nomad who goes back home every now and then.
I'm not for real. Because where you at? Where you at? Where you doing?
Because every time we saw him, he was on a random island just sitting there eating or looking at Luffy's wanted poster. Mm-hmm. And bro, you supposed to be out here in the wild where every island got random weather and stuff, and you just got the best looking one.
No, yeah, ain't no telling what Shanks got going on. But so from the preview we saw for the next episode of Gear 5, we saw this man. And we saw a little bit of it in this episode where he kind of picked up and folded the earth to re-encounter Kaido's blast breath at him. That shit is wild. Like, I don't think people is really they're looking at the antics and stuff, but I don't think people are really sitting here looking at how wild this shit is getting right now.
It's like, I'm whooping your ass so hard it's laughable. And the way that man reached down into the hideout and pulled Kaido out.
This man picked up a dragon like it was a fucking little ass snake.
That was
like he was a little snake. Listen to the words of my mouth. Luffy, a regular human-sized person, grabbed a fucking giant like it was a little ass snake.
Yeah, come here.
Yeah.
Come here. This is what you wanted? Come here. Oh, we ain't done yet.
Like, this shit is getting crazy. And then, so when I saw the preview and him actually, picking up the earth and, flipping it, throwing it down, I was like, first of all, that shit is wild. But one of the first things it reminded me of was when we saw, our boy White Bear and he splits the fucking sea.
Oh.
Are we gonna start seeing shit like that from Luffy now? And mind you, we never White Bear was doing shit like that without awakening. Well, we don't know if that was awakening or not. That could have been awakening the whole time in secret, but
I'm gonna be honest.
As far as we know, he did that without awakening. Imagine what the earthquake fruit can do with awakening. And then now we seen all this shit that Luffy is doing now with his awakening. Like, are we getting to those levels type of shit now?
I'm sorry. This is like an NBA conversation where y'all keep trying to say LeBron better than Michael Jordan. I ain't letting y'all have it. Whitebeard split the ocean and the lands into 3. That man.
Well, hold on. I didn't say he was better than Whitebeard. Yeah.
I'm sorry. He ain't touching.
Listen,
that.
Listen. Once again, we know hold on now. We still got some more episodes to see. The next episode is Gear 5 in full play now, so we ain't seen everything just yet. That's all I'm saying.
Listen, I'm just say this. I don't think Kaido could have beat Whitebeard, and I don't. And it
of course not. He never beat him while he was alive. He couldn't beat him. So we know that was a fact. The hierarchy went Whitebeard. Well, it went before Gold Roger was dead, but now that after Roger died, it went Whitebeard, then Kaido, then Big Mom, and then whoever the fourth nigga was. I can't remember who it was at this point. Shanks. Well, maybe Whitebeard and then Shanks and then Kaido. Because presumably I'm gonna assume Shanks is stronger than Kaido.
But that's what I'm saying. Just because Luffy might beat Kaido, don't mean he on Whitebeard level. I'm sorry, I don't think.
I agree with that. No, 100%. No, I agree with that 100%. But all I'm saying is, are we gonna start seeing those type of catastrophic events?
I think
like
Whitebeard got
the previews were already getting wild. That was just a preview.
Yeah, I can see it. I think he's gonna start reaching them heights. I think maybe with the first fight, he ain't gonna reach. Yeah, this is like his final form, Gear 5, full potential. But I think it's more to come.
And of course,
Kaido fight.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. And like you say, of course, Oda's not gonna show off everything in this one fight, of course.
Another thing is, because Kaido was kind of unprepared when fighting, like he was kind of shocked. I'd want to see like what happens when Kaido uses his Conqueror's Haki. Like, can that break some of the bending effect? You know what I'm saying? I want to see how that goes against Luffy's new awakened form. Like, if I'm bending the land and now I got the land acting like a freaking animated cartoon, if Kaido swings at it with his Baba Yaga, whatever he calls the swing when he applies Conqueror's Haki, would that break it? Would it essentially be like an immovable force versus an unbreakable object? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unstoppable force versus
I get what you mean. I'm definitely interested to see like how Kaido does respond and and defend himself, to be quite honest, against what the shit that Luffy's about to do.
Yeah, I think this is the fight he been waiting on. So we saw how he cried or shedded some tears when he feel like he won that fight unfairly. So I think this is what he wanted. Didn't he try to kill himself one time?
Yeah, he was like, when we first got introduced to Kaido, he was trying to kill himself.
That's how he ran into Kid and them.
Yeah, he's like, I can't even kill myself. So this is what he been waiting on. So it's his time.
That man depressed.
It's your chance now. Do your dance, because he finna go out.
You know what? Now I'm glad this is a nice segue, because now I just really want to ask. We made it, boys. We're here. We're fighting a Yonko. How does this shit feel?
We're fighting 2 Yonkos.
We're fighting 2 Yonkos at that.
How does this feel? We ran from a Yonko with a dastardly plan, basically a suicide attempt to get out of there. Even Luffy knew he wasn't ready to fight.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Luffy knew they weren't ready to fight that Yonko, and now we done fought 2 of them. Now we finna see 3 of them come into play now.
I'll say that. I appreciate how they didn't stretch that fight with Big Mom into adding to giving him that plot armor to win against her when we knew that he was not ready to win. Yes. So I appreciated that fact. Like, it's like, let's get the hell out of here, because we're gonna lose.
Get the hell out of Dodge.
We finna lose. We finna get our ass whooped.
And we not finna regular lose. Y'all really finna die this time. Like, Kimu or whatever to do with the paw, he ain't here to save us this time.
Exactly.
We finna get off.
We finna skedaddle.
Yeah. Definitely gotta get out of Dodge. But just like, I mean, I don't know, because back to the scene I was just mentioning, when Luffy finally makes it to the fucking rooftop, he busts the door open and just Kaido and Big Mom is just fucking standing there, and it's just like, oh my god, like fucking finally, like we made it to the top of the food chain in the One Piece world, essentially.
I will say yes, finally we got there. Shout out to my boy Zoro for being the first OG, all that for him defending that first attack. Shout out to Zoro, first of all. Shout out to Zoro. He gets all respect.
Zoro's a fucking beast. No, we finna go hell off topic. I was just finna say we finna go hell off topic real quick. We finna go hell off topic real quick. My fucking boy Zoro has unlocked Conqueror's fucking hockey, nigga. Yeah. Let's talk about that shit right there.
Let's talk about Ro and Noah, bro. Let's talk about Ro and Noah.
The king of hell.
Oh yeah.
The king of hell. Man, listen, bro.
With no training for Conqueror's hockey because he did not know he had it. So he did not learn that from Mihawk. He
very similar to Luffy. Like he didn't really know he had it, and then essentially when he did realize, even now I don't even know if he really knows to himself that he knows Conqueror hockey. He just knows how to control his hockey even more now. To a certain, basically. But he knows, like, this is crazy. Like I didn't even thought of this as a possibility before, but now that my boy got it, it's like, it's freaking crazy. And it only makes sense because Riley had Conqueror's hockey, so why can't Luffy's second-hand man have Conqueror's hockey?
Yeah. And let's talk about it. Is Zoro going to learn Rio Ro like Luffy did?
Well, so that's already been confirmed. Technically, sword users already know Rio because of how they applied their hockey to the swords. They already know Rio, but we definitely did see it being applied more, like visually in the Wano arc. But how at least how old boy explained it, like that's basically how they train with their hockey to, you know, push the hockey through the sword and make it, you know, come out the sword and stuff like that. So they technically already know it.
I can see that because Rio is like extending it from your own body
to the sword.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
and then attacking the inside of your enemy.
Yeah. So I can see that. Yeah.
And here's my thing. I ain't trying to be one of them power scalers, but let's just be real. Zoro blocked two Yonko's abilities and defeated a Yonko's right-hand man.
He did.
Yes, no.
Zoro is captain level.
Yes, no, of course, yes. Zoro is captain level. Hell yes. We've been through this though.
I think Zoro could beat Kid or Law in a one-on-one.
Easily.
I
wouldn't say easily, but easily for Kid. I don't think Kid has enough oomph to fuck with Zoro, especially even with Kid's Awakening. I don't think he really has enough to fuck with him. Maybe he can think of something, you know, cool with his magnetic powers to kind of stop him. But even then, I don't really think Kid has nothing. Kid don't have the arsenal to fuck with Zoro. Law on the hand, maybe.
But I do still
give the edge to Zoro.
Yeah.
Zoro's hockey is strong enough to also not let Law's abilities affect him, and we
don't know it. That ain't been confirmed yet. But I wouldn't put it past him though.
It's kind of confirmed because
Zoro does not have Conqueror's hockey, so I wouldn't put it past that.
But I mean,
even if Law can't necessarily teleport Zoro, we know Law can. We know he can get swifted without that. He don't need to be able to teleport you. He can still teleport himself.
He can fight Law. Look, Law's my boy. But I think Zoro is up there now.
No, I agree. Like I said, I do still give the edge to Zoro 100%. But I'm just saying, I wouldn't be surprised or upset if Law basically got the upset. Essentially, is what I'm saying. But I do give the edge to Zoro.
If Zoro got lost somehow, he lost the fight. He figured out where to go to get to the fight. That's the only way I can see him losing a Law.
Yeah, there it is.
I guess
Law say, "Meet me here, and we gonna figure out who the strongest." And Zoro
don't even make it there. You lost.
Yeah, no, that's the only way. It's crazy. And then I want to look at that. The Zoro fucking episode. That shit broke the internet.
That was magical.
Yeah.
That was magical.
Yeah.
Even the name of his ability, King of Hell. That's
yeah.
You got it.
He definitely.
You got it.
He's that guy. He's that guy.
Got it.
He's that guy.
He is number 2 for a reason.
Yeah, I've been loving Zoro since like the beginning. I'm talking about. Yeah, I could already.
Same.
Yeah.
The Mihawk versus Zoro fight. That you know that shit's gonna be fire whenever we get to it.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
I can't wait. We get all type of options. I forgot your original question. How do we feel about him going against the Yonkos? Yeah,
Yes.
it's I'm definitely glad that we're at this point now. Like, just thinking about way
Yeah.
from the beginning to where we are now. You're going
Yeah.
against the emperors. You're going against the
Yes.
emperors, my guy. Like,
Yes, we're
on.
going against the top dog. This is basically all the One Piece watchers. This is what we dreamed about for all these years. When are we gonna go against the top dogs? And we're finally here. And then, especially since Oda been, he said he wants to end. One Piece will coming into the final arc of One Piece, and we'll be ending it here within the next 5 years, or whatever. Once again, like I always say, I'll believe that when I see it.
Exactly.
So we'll see how this goes within the next 5 years. But I can definitely see that now because we finally, once again, we made it to Yonko status. Essentially, now we're here.
The only thing about Luffy though, because even once he becomes a Yonkos have their own territories. Is he actually going to call his fleet and Bartholomew and all them other folks and say, "Hey, here's our island"?
I'm pretty sure we're not going to see that fleet and stuff come up to the final war.
Yeah, he won't claim it, but it's going to be there.
Yeah, they're going to be there. Trust me, they're going to be there.
Is he going to work with Marco and take care of Whitebeard's land? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he going to claim it to protect? Oh, well, no,
Blackbeard took over Whitebeard. Blackbeard took over Whitebeard's territory.
No, that small territory that Marco showed the cat dude when.
I don't think that was part of his territory. I think that was just like a place he knew about.
Okay.
Yeah, a little hidden place he knew about.
But he did say he was going to make Fishman Island his territory if he didn't forget. He did say that.
Yep.
Yeah, but I mean. Yeah, I mean it's just a wonderful feeling. Like I said, it just like that very first episode when the fight finally starts. When Roof Peace begins, it's just like, yes, this is what we've been waiting for. We're fucking fighting Yonkos, and I will say, like I said, besides how I mentioned earlier, I don't like essentially how Big Mom went out. I do understand that we had to get her out some way, shape, or form. And I do understand that we might be waiting for Big Mom to do some big stuff later on, but I still don't necessarily like how she went out. But other than that, the fights, I have been enjoying them. They've been good.
I will say, I do like Big Mom. I don't know what it is about Big Mom, but I like Big Mom. But I do be expecting more out of her sometimes. So, like, she unleashed a powerful ass attack against one of Kaido's people, the female that turns into a dinosaur. I forget what her name is.
Yeah, she knocked her. Yeah,
but she
but it put her out of commission though. Otaku was out of commission after that.
She came back.
Did she come after that? I don't recall.
Yes,
she did stand up.
She came back.
She was hurt, but she got up.
I was like, she should have. You took this full on force. I forgot where it struck her, but you took this full on force from Big Mom. I was expecting that to take her out. When it didn't take her out, I was like, I'm kind of disappointed in you, Big Mom.
I can't remember. She probably did come back. I can't fully remember or not, but just stuff like that. Yeah. But like I said, I just feel like more. Like I said, we're probably waiting more with Big Mom later because she didn't have her full crew with her this time, like Kaido did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And also, isn't Big Mom technically at her strongest when she's the hungriest? Like, she used her best ability.
I guess technically you can say that seriously. Her rage mode is, quote, I guess her when she's at her strongest, maybe. But I don't know.
She took them seriously. Like, she was
fighting them, she took them seriously.
But we also don't know if she has an awakening, and I would assume that a Yonko does.
Just have
whether
an awakening,
or not she used it for real. You know what I'm saying?
So we don't know if old girl, that last move she did, I can't remember her name, but that ghost form she brought to life. I don't know if that was quote unquote her awakening or not, but that was a strong ass move though.
Here's my thing with her ability to basically like play with people's souls. I'll assume her awakening is like
something crazy.
She cutting everybody, like you know
everything
what I'm saying?
starts coming to life around her and shit and attacking you like on some crazy shit.
It would be something different than that. Like if this is Luffy's awakening, if we seen Doffy's awakening, Big Mom's awakening got to be the entire world serves her now or something. You know what I mean?
Something
stupid. Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah. Something stupid.
But she be taken away from her own like lifespan, don't it? Sometimes, like with some of those more powerful moves, like that last one that she did, where she unleashed the little thunder thing or whatever. Was she like taken away from her own lifespan?
Yeah.
Yes, but keep in mind that she also be taking everybody else's lifespan. So Big Mom might be like 60 years old right now.
Well, when she's taking other people's lifespan, she's using them for her
her inanimate objects.
I forgot the name of her little minions. I wanted to say the name because I like the little names. But she uses them for little minions.
Prometheus and all of them.
Not them, the other ones. Just there we go. The homies. Yes, just the homies in general. Yes, there we go. I love that shit. The homies.
but remember in Whole Cake Island, she also had that little spirit that when folks who live in her island are giving their lives to the homies, a piece of their soul, they'd be like live or leave, and then she also could basically treat them like piggy banks. Essentially, that's like this homie, 5 years of life, 5 years of life. Let me eat that. Now I'm 10 years. Now I'm living 10 years longer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if she pulls from her lifespan, she can get way more. She can steal it from her kids. She don't like them anyway.
Yeah, I can see.
I mean, well, yeah. I mean, I feel you, but I'm just saying it's never been really confirmed. I wouldn't put it past, but that the life that she's stealing, that she's adding it to her own life. We just normally see her use that for the homies and stuff like that.
I can see her coming back though. Like if I've seen all these other folks come back from the stuff that they've taken, if they say Big Mom is out for the count, I'm gonna be like,
well, I'm gonna put it like this. I don't know what's going on in the manga, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this. So in the Stampede movie, we see her and Big Mom. We see Big Mom, so that's how I'm presuming that she's not dead.
I would assume that Big Mom, out of everybody,
not the Stampede Film Red movie. I apologize. Film Red, not Stampede.
Yeah, like in comparison to everybody else who survives, all the folks who survived in Alabasta, I'm pretty sure Big Mom ain't dead. Yeah. And even if she is, Whole Cake Island finna come after Luffy and drones.
You know they gonna ride out if she is dead. You know they riding out.
I would love to see that. Give Katakuri his
You know they riding out. If she is in fact dead, you know they riding out. 100%. 100% they are on the hunt. If it turns out that she is indeed dead, definitely 100%. The family is gonna ride.
They traumatized kids. They gonna fight for their abusive mama.
The family is gonna ride, and I definitely want. If he does go that route, then I want to see him giving Katakuri like a power boost. Then at that point, because like, oh shit, Big Mom's, went out. Now I gotta take care, the ring of head of the family and stuff like that. So I have to become as strong as she was now. So I can see it, but I just don't think she's dead though. Because one, in general, I just don't think she's dead, and two, like I said, the Film Red stuff.
Yeah. What was we talking about again? What was the main question?
I forgot.
Just how it feels to fight a Yonko, and we just started talking about Yonkos in general. No, it feels so good. And then even we're starting to see Luffy do all the shit, the cool shit we've seen throughout the course of the series, splitting the sky open. The cool hockey clash where they're not touching and shit like that. Hell, just fighting a Yonko in general. Luffy's actually starting to do all the cool shit we actually been seeing throughout the series now. It's such a wonderful feeling.
I'm excited. I'm also excited to see how they break up the Yonko like titles, because they was calling Luffy a fifth Yonko, and folks was like, that's not possible. But if he is the fifth one, it makes sense, because now him, Law, and Kid can be.
I believe they already revealed it. Of course, I know I didn't spoil myself, but I believe they have already revealed that. So, I mean, technically, you could go and look that information up if you wanted to. But
it's out there. I'm trying.
Yeah, it's out there.
I was on Google earlier today, and I kind of saw some stuff that kind of alluded to that. So the current four emperors.
Yeah,
but yeah, no, it's freaking crazy. I'm just really happy, that we're here. We're finally finding Yonko, and I can't believe it. And presumably, of course, about to end up beating him here, eventually. But I'm definitely I can't wait to see more Gear 5. And then now, you know what? I guess probably for the big question: did it break the internet? I will say yes and no.
Yeah.
It did break Crunchyroll.
Yeah.
I would say it did break the internet, but not in the way people was thinking about, because memes are every fucking everywhere from the Gear 5 episode. They have taken over. But as far as the iconic status everybody was looking for, I think they was looking for in the anime verse, I don't think it broke the internet like that. And to be honest with you, I wasn't expecting it to, because One Piece is a show of over 1,000 episodes. Everybody does not watch One Piece. You know what I mean? So it's not gonna hit those type of levels, but it broke the internet in another sense. Cause like I said, the memes are everywhere. You don't even have to know about One Piece to use the fucking memes. You know what I mean? So, and they're fucking everywhere now.
Yeah.
See, I just want to know how to define breaking the internet. Did it break Crunchyroll and the piracy anime site?
Yeah, it did.
Course.
That it did.
But at the same time, like you was alluding to, a lot of people watch the episode out of curiosity. They've never watched One Piece. They probably watched 10 episodes and said, this too long. Just for them to watch it. And just being honest, I'm going to be honest. Gurren Otaku fans, don't come at me. If you don't watch One Piece and understand the theme behind Gear 5, it's probably not going to look cool to you.
Yeah.
Just being
yes, 100%.
Being real, this don't look like Super Saiyan. This don't look like Ichigo's various forms. This don't look like Asta's demon form. This don't look like other shonen MC's forms. It's really cartoonish, and if you don't understand that One Piece, although it got serious themes, it is very lighthearted when it wants to be.
Yeah.
So
it is, but
I don't think it broke the internet, because I would think if it broke the internet, 90% of people would be like, I love this, and they know what's going on, in my opinion.
Yeah, and like I said, and I guess to piggyback off of that, really the only complaints I've seen were majority from people who really don't watch the show, and then from the people who do watch the show, majority of the complaints that I've seen was just about the pacing issues with just them reusing the clips itself, and that one scene with old girl and old boy. But other than that, Gear 5 itself, no, I didn't see any complaints on it.
I won't say that it broke the internet either. Like Ryan said, Crunchyroll and maybe these other sites that showed the episode. But I generally see One Piece content on my social media just because I watch anime, so I like stuff like that. So it shows up for me. But I won't say that I can't even say that I saw a bigger increase in the amount of stuff that I saw versus the other episodes that people are like, oh, we're kind of excited about this. So I won't say it just broke the internet. Now, us One Piece fans was excited. But
yes, I'm about to say I wouldn't see that because my timeline was filled with a lot of discussion and stuff like that. But once again, that could just be because I'm a One Piece fan, so of course it was inevitable that stuff was always going to come to my timeline. But like you did mention, and of course, it did trend, it trended for many different reasons as well. So I mean, but I just don't think, like I said, it broke the internet, and it stands for, like you said, the cool factor, if you will, that everybody.
And if you go on Twitter, One Piece trends a lot. I think, I think it's the manga that trends a lot. Like I think it's usually like the hashtag in the volume number or whatever it is. It trends a lot, but because I don't read the manga, I don't usually like click on those. But
of course, same here.
I was like, this trended kind of just like, and that's what I say. It kind of trended like the other episodes. I probably should have said the manga releases. It kind of did the same for that. I didn't see an increased amounts versus what I.
But once again, I wasn't really I wasn't looking for that big explosion, because once again, this is One Piece. I know it's big, but it's something that you have to get into. It's not something you can just hop into and just be along for the ride.
Yeah, and it's also like at the end of the day, like One Piece is Shonen Jump's, that's their face, that's their everything. But at the end of the day, it couldn't break the internet solely because not everybody can attach to it. Demon Slayer is seasonal. It's easy to catch up to Demon Slayer. If something broke the internet, that Tengen final fight, I still see that on TikTok. Am I going to see Gear 5 on my algorithm 2 months from now, 3, 4, 5, 6 months from now?
We'll see.
Probably.
We'll see.
Probably. But because of how many people can attach themselves to the Demon Slayer fight, just using it as an example, I don't think One Piece could get to that point solely because it's a god-long commitment to try to even see it for what it is.
So even if people did watch this Gear 5 episode and they're like, even if they did watch it and they were like, this is real interesting, how many people are going to go actually start the series from the beginning to catch up to see what has led up to this point?
Exactly, because like you don't even know like you said, because if you're not a One Piece fan, you don't really know the magnitude of this episode, even just from regularly just watching it. And like you see what stuff was going on, but you don't know what the fuck is going on.
Yeah. Because even when One Piece popped up on my timeline, when I was watching and the algorithm started algorithming, I saw when he used Snake Man and he flew in on Momonosuke and hit Kaido. That went viral for a couple of weeks. Yes. And then the Zoro fight was going viral for a couple of weeks. Obviously, we're going to see, but it's not enough people that can attach to this. Yeah, outside of our outside of the One Piece community, you would literally have to at the very least start at the beginning of Wano to understand this.
But then once again, it definitely did. I think it did have some type of impact, and it like I disagree with you, Antoine, on if it wasn't as much traffic. I definitely think it was more traffic than normal because, like Ryan just mentioned, we had people who ain't even caught up yet that was watching the episode, and people who don't even watch One Piece at all that was watching the episode and commenting and stuff on it, and it was multiple discussions. People hating on it, people loving it, people just like I said, just having multiple different types of discussions, but. Yeah, I mean, so like, but in the instance of, like I said, the cool factor, like if Gear 5 wasn't as cartoonish and stuff like that, and it was more, if Oda hit more on the cool factor like he did with Snake Man, basically, but better, then yes, I think it would have had more of that attraction and hype that you was anticipating. But even so, still, it would never really hit something like on a fully, I won't say would never hit something like on a fully damaged level. I mean, because One Piece, it already done solidified the spot. You know what I mean? So it has nothing else. It has nothing to prove. You know what I mean? So it's just at this point, if you're not a One Piece fan, you don't really care about it.
It was just interesting to see folks comparing it to Super Saiyan, because I'm like, y'all, we can't compare that only because one, social media was nowhere near where it is now.
Thank you.
The only thing they could have broke was MySpace. Two, there's Ichigo's forums and all these other Naruto when he first fought Orochimaru when turned.
And then also on top of that, while more people do know more about Goku, I will say Goku is more iconic and things of that nature. How many people in the back of the day were really watching anime than what it is now? Like, it's so many people watching anime now.
That's what I'm saying. It's hard to compare that because it's too many different time frames. Like, what we gonna do? Go back to our old Bebo post and talk about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta? Because that's when that was our early 2000s. Folks forget, Dragon Ball Z was the 90s.
Yeah,
early 2000s was GT.
I always hated that discussion because it was always really between just One Piece fans and non-One Piece fans. So I'm like, bro, like, you don't even watch the show. I'm not finna sit here and argue with you about whether it's iconic or not. To be honest with you, I don't care. I just want it to be good because this is my favorite show.
Right.
I don't care if it's more iconic than your favorite show. I just want it to be good for my show.
People are always going to compare things.
I just want to see the ending before I die.
People are going to always compare things to every transformation. I think they're always going to compare them to those Dragon Ball Z transformations.
That's just part of it.
For a lot of people, Dragon Ball Z was kind of the start. So, or it's kind of that base when they're back in that Tsunami days and the Super Saiyans. It's just, this is my base knowledge. How do you stack up to this? That's what it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be all the time.
And then, like I said, I don't believe Gear 5 is gonna be like this full cartoonish, outlandish thing for the entire time. Like, of course, we're gonna get serious. I don't think it's gonna be like this every time he goes into Gear 5. He just laughing and playing about it and everything like that. Of course, he might laugh, but of course, I think he's gonna have more serious tones in this form. Of course, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like the next episode is going to be, in my opinion, better than this one because this was just an introduction.
I agree. I agree as well.
This was a let me hype you up, get you excited. Yes. We're gonna do a little grabby grab. We're gonna do a little spinny spin, and we're gonna shoot back a blast. Next episode is where the action comes in. We close out Hiyori's,
and then also show you how beautiful this looks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, we close out Hiyori's story. I'm gonna be honest, they could have cut that 11-minute scene down to 3. I'm not trying to hate on her, but now that everybody's done, 100%. We as One Piece fans know what comes next. We've watched enough arcs. We know these next 3 to 5 episodes is hands. It's straight hands. And that's what I want to see. Yeah.
I wouldn't say 3 to 5, maybe 3 to 5, but definitely 2 to 3.
They definitely got their
we know it's going to be some hands.
They got their patterns.
Hands about to be the good. Let the good hands commence.
That's what I'm saying. we finna see about 3 to 5 more episodes, and then he gotta talk to everybody. Zoro gotta wake up, and he gotta eat. We know what Luffy gonna do.
Yeah, let the good hand convince. But yeah, but no, I mean, yeah, like you mentioned, the people who really is watching the show and the One Piece fans, we know what's about to happen next. Like you said, the hands are about to be thrown. So we just waiting on that. And then I feel you. Once the full Kaido versus Luffy Gear 5 fights in, then let's come back and talk about, okay, is Gear 5 24? Is this, overpowered and stuff like that? Let's wait. No, I mean, of course the manga readers have seen it all, but everybody don't read the manga as well. We just had discussion. Everybody don't watch One Piece. Of course, everybody don't goddamn read.
Exactly.
As a manga reader, y'all need to shut up. Y'all manga readers need to shut up.
If you're a One Piece fan, you have no choice but to block so many keywords if you do not want to be spoiled. It's ridiculous.
They need to shut up. They need to shut up. They just need to shut up.
The algorithm used to work against me so hard. It's like I started watching One Piece maybe like a year or two ago.
And you never see anything about it until you start watching
it. And it's like the next episode was always spoiled for me. And I was like, how is this happening? I'm like, aren't y'all on like about episode 900 something?
What episode I'm on?
So like, why are y'all showing me stuff from episode 500? Like, why am I seeing this?
Antoine, the second I got to Marine Ford, it's y'all. What's y'all favorite donut? The Ace donut? The Ichigo donut. I'm like, whoa. Ace get a hole in his chest? What are we talking about?
It's crazy, right? It's crazy.
They ruined Sabo for me.
Yeah, and that's one thing I do hate about for new One Piece fans. It's like, it must be so hard to be a new One Piece fan in terms of spoilers, because the series has been so long, and just like people just talk about it on a regular, like this, people talk about it on a regular basis. Once you get into the One Piece community, people talk about everything on a regular basis. It's just like, oh man,
you better not even.
I hope it must be hard.
Don't even think about it, because it's gonna show up on your timeline.
The only thing that may not spoil you is the arcs that folks don't like Skypiea and stuff. You might can watch Skypiea without being spoiled. You might can get through that without no spoilers.
Yeah, and I don't even know why people skip Skypiea. Me personally, I enjoy Skypiea, but that's a discussion for another day. I enjoy
Skypiea. Wasn't my favorite, but for the imagination and like the whole idea of even going into the Sky Islands, that I loved it. I thought it was fun.
Yeah, it embodies what One Piece is about, essentially.
Yeah.
And if it fucking Sky Islands, what the fuck you mean we got fucking Sky Islands, my nigga?
Yeah,
like what?
It was getting real.
Exactly, and that's what we learned about Goldie Roger.
And you would think that the Sky Islands are just like it's like Earth up in the air. No, it's just all clouds.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's what led to the Going Merry being so damaged that it had to be fixed. Like that was a great transition arc. Like it was solid.
Yeah, no. One Piece is an invention. That's why I always, whenever I have any new One Piece fans or just new anime fans in general, I never mention One Piece first, because in my opinion, it does a lot of things good and a lot of things bad, but like One Piece does things so differently than any other anime. And if it's like one of your first animes that you watch, you're gonna have this certain expectation that all these other animes are like this, but that is not the case at all.
Yeah.
And so that's why I just wait until people become a more seasoned. I'm like, hey, can I introduce you into this fabulous show called One Piece?
At that point, you ain't got to introduce them. You just got to convince them.
Essentially, I just got to convince you to watch 1,000 episodes. At first, it was a lot easier, but as the years went on, it's like, ooh, especially now we done hit 1,000 episodes, then all the jokes about it. That show's 1,000 episodes long. Why the hell would I watch that? Well, first of all, if we're being honest, both Naruto and Dragon Ball, and hell, even Bleach, they're in like 500 plus episodes now. So let's be real.
Whoa.
Whoa.
I Google filler list every time I give those animes rewatches. Once you take out the filler episodes that are full filler episodes, Bleach dropped down to like 270. And Naruto, I don't even think it crosses 300 or goes past 350.
It don't matter. It don't matter. It's still episodes. I don't fuck what you talking about. Episodes is episodes. And before you even go to filler, One Piece has the least filler out of all of them.
No, and that's what I'm saying. One Piece has about 30 filler episodes.
Exactly.
You still at 1,000. You still at 1,000.
Listen, no, I'm not here defending the pacing issues. Okay, I'm a fan. I know they exist, which is why I was telling you to slow the fuck down when you was bitching
the show. all I'm saying. Naruto and Bleach are 500 on paper. That's not
all I'm saying is, but you couldn't pull 1,000 episodes out of Naruto and Bleach. I tell you that, goddamn it.
I wouldn't even want to watch 1,000 episodes. I barely want to watch 1,000 episodes of One Piece. I wish the pacing got better. Yeah. I'm being honest. Yeah. One Piece could be condensed down to roughly 700 episodes.
It could be.
Maybe it's definitely a lot, of stuff he can condense down. I mean, but it will still be a hell of a lot of episodes. So, like you mentioned, like 700 or something like that. But of course, a lot of stuff time-wise, there's a lot of stuff he can condense down. But I mean, that's just fucking Oda, though. Unfortunately, that's just Oda.
But I'll say, the beginning of One Piece is what hooks me. Like the way I used to be balling in front of my TV. I used to be shedding tears. I'm telling you, like in the beginning arcs, they grabbed me. I was like,
"There's nothing else like it."
I was like, "Oh, y'all was talking." I didn't want to watch it at first. I was like, "I don't want to watch the shows about pirates." Them pirates got me.
When a show made me cry over a goddamn boat, I said, "You know what? I'm in it to win it."
One Piece.
Why was I crying over?
Still to this
boat?
day, One Piece is one of the only animes that has gotten tears out of me. Still to this day.
Nami, Zoro, Robin's story. All of them, they got me. I was
Fishman Island.
Balling. When she was
Alabasta guy had me tearing up a little bit. I can't cap Vivi. When they rode off on Vivi and she was out here yelling to them saying, "I'm gonna sit here and stay a queen," I was like,
and that's what I'm saying, like stuff like that, because I do agree, like the beginning of One Piece is like some of the best shit you'll ever watch. Yeah, like hands down. It's just like I said, it sets such a high expectations. Like I just can't, like if I introduce this shit to you as your first anime, like it's just gonna give you a misconception on how other animes is, and especially in this new age of anime, Look, where everything is really fast paced and everything. One Piece is the complete opposite.
Look, Alabasta was my top 3 until Dressrosa, and the only reason Dressrosa beat it is honestly because we had Sabo get Ace's fruit. I'm gonna be honest.
Dressrosa is. And then people shit on Dressrosa and stuff like that, and I'm like, well, I don't know why people shit on Dressrosa, because I got Dressrosa above Whole Cake. Like, fuck is y'all talking about right now?
I enjoy Dressrosa.
Dressrosa gave us Gear 4. It gave us Sabo and Luffy's reunion. It gave us a new admiral. Come on now. Yeah. Come on now. Yeah. It gave us Daffy, who's like the in-between man, and gave us It gave
us one of the drippiest anime characters ever.
Daffy is clean. Yeah. That man is clean. Yeah. Bro, when he was about to stomp out Law and Luffy put his foot there, like that was like a, what do you even do here? Like, little man, why you stopping my leg? Like what is going on? Like, bro, I'm a tournament arc? We love tournament arcs. Come on, man.
We love a good tournament.
Yeah. Love a good turn. I almost forgot about that. We snuck a tournament arc in that bitch. Like,
I forgot about that too, but he did.
We had Zoro got sent
and also, but while we're just also sitting here at general discussion now, just for the general honest, we did already hit up all of our general topics we wanted to hit up for Gear 5.
We did. Okay.
Yeah, we did. I'm looking at the list now. Yeah, no. I mean, we've been talking for a minute, and it didn't seem like it, but we went through this list. Yeah. We went through this list.
Bet. Okay, because I didn't want to be a bad feature, and you be like,
yeah, no, we went through this list.
Yeah.
Look, man, I'm sorry. I and thanks for letting us know, Ace. Dressrosa was fire.
Yeah, no, I agree. Okay, so I'm gonna give it top three: Marine 4, Dressrosa,
You gotta say Water 7.
Water 7. You most definitely gotta throw
Ain't
Water 7.
nobody,
it's between.
ain't
It's
nothing made you
between.
cry more than Robin's background.
Nothing.
Not Water. It wouldn't be Water 7. It'll be Ennis Lobby. It'll be Marineford, Dressrosa, Ennis Lobby, then Whole Cake.
Oh, Ennis Lobby. I'll give you that.
Wait,
Ennis Lobby. That's when they.
When he first used Gear Second, nigga, and the Rob versus Lucy fight in his lobby.
You can't.
That's when One Piece
No,
took his dramatic turn.
Here's what I'm saying. I merged that with Water 7.
With Water 7. Well, I mean, technically it is like the same thing, but like they're separate though. But like they are together, but they are separate.
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. When I was watching One Piece and I Googled their arcs, One Piece breaks down into sagas, which then break down into arcs. And Water 7 includes Annie's Lobby.
Yes.
Just like Marineford does include Impel Dam.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of that leading up counts as one full saga. So that's why for me, I say Water 7 including Annie's
I'll give you that.
I mean, well, it does. And I mean, it does. I agree. And I mean, because well, you get introduced to the CP people in Water 7, and then we move to Ennis Lobby. But yeah, I feel
exactly. Like we was on the same island, like for the most part, and then we got to the Marine base. Like all of that was connected.
And like I said, Wano is in the top 5, and it really just depends on how this ends, whether it goes to number 2 or number 1. But I don't even think even if this does end well, it's still gonna be number 1 for me. Because like I said, it's just Marineford is just a fucking masterpiece.
It is.
Like this,
the execution was beautiful, and I feel like the Wano arc could have. I feel like it could have, especially with like Robin unlocked her awakening. This could have been nice, and I heard that in the manga, it's not stretched out as much.
Stretched out is this bad?
So I feel like they could have. But I'm watching the same scenes over and over and over and over and over and over and over. It's just deducted some points for me.
And the only thing about Wano, because it's like, not saying someone gotta die, but with Wano, we did see good character building, and we've seen like Odin's retainers and all of their sad stories. But I need something drastic to happen.
I mean, that's why I said I put it at number 2. And that's why I hated when it looked like Kenny Mono was dead, but then it turns out he was still alive. But I was like, well, fuck it, you don't.
I hated that.
Threw away his whole sacrifice now.
I hated that.
And Odu, the one who's the brother to Odu from the Whitebeard crew, like,
he's dead.
If they actually let everybody die, that would give it more impact.
Yeah. No, I agree 100%. But like, especially even old girl Kiku, why is she still alive?
That's who I was talking about. Because Kiku.
A lot of those folks should have been dead, and it kind of made me mad that they keep bringing people back. And I'm like, okay, y'all, we're doing all this build up to seem like these people die. Then 20 episodes later, they pop back up like a ghost. I'm like, come on, somebody gotta die. What else are we doing here?
We're already revived. Orochi revived like 2 or 3 times, and I understand his devil fruit,
I think this time he's dead now. But I feel even with the Orochi stuff, it's just like
it is
why why every death thing it was basically nothing but death fakes, except for that one old boy that died, old girl's dad. Yakuza. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Other than that, but I mean, it did build the emotional depths as always, like it does in every single arc. And it gave you a reason to care for the people of Wano, and that's all I cared about. It succeeded. It gave me a reason to care for the people of Wano, and have another reason besides we got to go whoop Kaido's ass. Besides him just being a Yonko.
And we got to give the other hand of the king a little bit of love. I'm glad that Sanji got an upgrade, because when I see all the little One Piece arguments, I'm like, y'all, no, Sanji ain't stronger than Zoro right now.
He's unfortunately not. No, he did get stronger, but he's not touching Zoro, unfortunately.
Yeah, and because like once he got his little boost with the robot genetics or whatever, I was like, okay, now he competing with Zoro. Now he up there, and then Zoro's over here.
He's basically throwing them away.
Yeah,
true. And like even throwing away the suit, I get that he don't want to become emotionless, but that suit is what made me go, okay, Sanji up here.
I really hope Sanji Oda does a fake out with that, and we come back and Sanji reconsiders the suit. Or he did destroy it, but I hope maybe in the future we get another suit because I did remember he did destroy the suit, but hopefully in the future maybe we get another suit, because I really like that. No, that was his power up. Like, hell, why are we getting rid of this?
Like, this man was invisible. You know, he ain't got to kick all the time to start flying. He can merge it together. Like, he was cold. Cold.
Yeah. Okay, so let me ask you this. Because I don't know. I don't think it is. No, it's not. Because I'm not. Because I'm pretty sure if we would have, that's something that would have spoiled by now. Well, you know what? Fuck it. Because I don't know. Do you think Carrot or Yamato will join the crew?
I would love for Carrot to join. I would love it if Carrot joined.
I think for Yamato, I feel like maybe if she did like a temporary thing, kind of like what's his name?
Kind of like Odin did.
Yeah, like Odin did. Maybe like a temporary thing. I see that, but I don't think I will. I feel like I just don't want to see it as a permanent thing. I don't think it
okay.
Well.
You wouldn't mind seeing her for a little bit, kind of like similar to Law's situation, how Law was hanging around for a while.
Yeah.
But you didn't want her to be like a official part of the crew.
Yeah, you need to go back to the Wano and I don't know, do your thing out there. But
okay.
Yeah, because Yamato, if I'm being honest, she feels like I hate to say it like this, she got her own personality, but she feels like another Luffy. You know what I mean? Like that energetic, bonehead, like to fight adventure.
I feel you, yeah.
Like I would honestly rather Yamato actually go start her own crew, or she joins Luffy's fleet with her crew. I would love that.
Okay, that ain't bad either. Yeah, her joining the fleet. Okay.
Yeah.
Compared to Carrot, who offers another personality. She also got her nice relationship with Chopper, so now Chopper got a friend. Exactly. We got the dynamics.
Yeah, I feel you. Like the crew got a mesh, and her personality is too overpowering. You know, if that's a good word for it.
Yeah.
It just wouldn't mesh well. Kind of like Odin. He's just
and
like
it's
you
not
got to
like
do
she
your
will
own
be.
thing.
Then it's not like Carrot will also be useless either, because Carrot can throw down too now. Like Carrot
hey,
can throw
that
down.
little white lion form, I forgot what it's called. That's cold. Yeah. I want to see that some more. I want to keep seeing that.
I heard in the manga.
Too long form.
I heard in the manga she got her ass whooped and didn't see her no more. But they said in the anime that she actually put up a fight. I heard she went out in the manga.
I mean, technically, I'm about to say, technically, she still got her ass whooping the ass anime too,
that's
though.
True, but I hear she lasted longer in the anime though. Like I heard in the manga she was like, she got her ass whooped and didn't see her no more. Like it didn't take long.
Carrot just need a little bit of hockey. That's all she needs. She just need a little bit of armament hockey.
She need a little bit of training. She just need a training montage. That's all.
That's all. Just a little training arc for 10 episodes. Let Zoro master his Conqueror's hockey and really understand it, and let Carrot learn some armament hockey. Give Nami some observation hockey and Usopp too, because they slack.
And Nami's slick a fucking problem too, because she got fucking Zeus now, nigga.
She does.
Oh, you're right. You're Zeus. But theories. If a devil fruit user dies, doesn't their extended abilities die as well?
I believe so.
Big
yes.
Mom?
I think so.
Hold on. Well, I'm trying to think of an instance.
Here's the thing.
Because they've had to kill people in the past to release, like, you got to kill this person or whatever they have had to do to defeat them in order for. I know it has happened multiple times in the past, but I can't think of an example. But they was like, yeah, we got to beat them in order for this ability or whatever to be released.
To end, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was the same thing with Doflamingo. Like, we had to knock him out in order to end his ability, right?
It was in Dressrosa, the girl who was working for Doflamingo, and she put everybody inside the toys. All she had to do was get knocked out, not get put in water, just had to lose focus. So honestly, unless Oda reneging on that, or Big Mom is just too strong to get knocked out, if Big Mom was to not get knocked out, let alone
and then you also got to think
Zeus
about Big Mom powers are a little bit different because she's using like lifespans and stuff like that.
I was gonna say that maybe it
so
is.
Like that's on some different shit as well.
So Zeus's life is reliant, but Big Mom gave Zeus her lifespan. So maybe that if she gave Zeus like 20 years or whatever,
Zeus's lifespan is therefore no longer dependent on Big Mom's lifespan, because remember, even if the user of a devil fruit dies, the devil fruit is just gonna respawn again somewhere in the fucking world.
Yeah.
So
Nami got some fight in her. Nami got some fight in her. I ain't gonna cap.
She can unleash some good stuff.
Yeah.
My baby Robin is still waifu number 1 though. Y'all can't take that away from her.
I'm
MVP
done.
number 2.
Yeah, so definitely. But no, I mean, overall, just to end this discussion here, Gear 5, to me, it lived up to hype, because I'm a One Piece fan. Like I said, we never seen Luffy just so, I guess, mad with power, if you will. Yeah. We just never seen just the power just oozing out of his body. We just never seen, Luffy in a state like this before. And then just the episode in general, it was animated so damn well. Just no complaints about that at all. Like, the animators did a fantastic job with the animation for this episode as well. And and then, like, we mentioned earlier, this is only the beginning. There's still more to come. So I'm definitely excited to see fully what Gear 5 can do, and how this fight ends.
I agree.
Any last thoughts, gentlemen?
It's just no. Do we need to shout out Blerd Mob social medias or anything? Or are you gonna do that with your outro?
No. If you ain't got any last thoughts, then yes, you guys can go ahead and shout out the Blerd Mob. There you go, and go ahead and let everybody know where they can find you at.
All right, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna close this out since Alex allowed Antoine to introduce himself first. You can follow us. You can find us on Instagram, Threads, Twitter, Facebook, even Twitch and TikTok. If you search the Blerd Mob Podcast, you will see us. We have a LinkTree that can connect you to all of our recent episodes. We also got some donation links. We got some affiliate links. We are a friend of the pod. Make sure to check us out. And that is the Blerd Mob Podcast.
Definitely. Once again, like they bitches, they are a friend of the pod. These are my boys. Once again, Antoine and Ryun from the Blerd Mob Podcast. And once again, this has been the Gurren Otaku Council Podcast. Please let us know down below in the comments what you guys think of Gear 5, as well as this, I guess, Wano discussion in general / One Piece discussion. And if you would like to see more of this, because this is the first time that I've actually sat down and just talked about One Piece in general on the pod. So let me know if you guys would like to see more of this. And you can find us on all your favorite social media, TikTok, Facebook, Twitter. That's at Gurren Otakus on Twitter, and Gurren Otaku Council on everything else, such as Instagram and Facebook. And of course, if you guys like the video, don't forget to like and subscribe. And with all that being said, the meeting is now adjourned. Thank you all for coming.